Welcome, and I am Jeff. I said that wrong. Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm whispering right now because there's a lot of people out there making a lot of noise, and they don't know that I do this for fun. So, shh. Anyways, I'm here to talk about the DC Universe Rebirth. And oh my gosh, like, can you see it? Oh my gosh, this is like, it was just so full. Like, it was full of things I had, like, regarding to superheroes I never knew existed. It just kind of throws you at the shallow end of the pool and hope you know how to swim. If you did not know any characters in past tense, like in the past, I didn't. I just, like, they told me that this is the rebirth. So that means they're making new ones out of this storyline. And let me tell you, it was so weird. Because I knew some of the characters, but I knew, they were getting really deep into this. I'll show you a picture of, I'm just going to talk about the things that I found interesting. One of the things that I found interesting was that, I'll show you a picture of Darkseid as a baby. I'm not sure if that woman holding him is his mom, but yeah, that happened. Also, Aquaman and Aquawoman Aquaman proposed to his Aquawoman, I guess, Queen of Atlantis. I don't know. See, where they first fought. That was something else too. Something that I really got me hooked into this was that apparently there are two Supermans from not two Supermen. There are many Supermans. It's the other parallel universes. Here's the thing, in this version of Superman in this universe, he died. I think he fought to the death against Doomsday. I'm not really sure. But, sorry, my eyes are twitching. But he died, yeah. And here's the funny part. Here's the little kick that hit me hard in the buttocks. There's a parallel universe of another Superman who actually has Lois Lane as a wife and has a kid with them. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because that's big. He's living the life that this Superman in this universe always wanted. Well, I'm not really sure because I haven't read the other comic books, but I'm diving in fast and diving in deep, let me tell you. And it really got to me because, this Superman, the Superman that I grew up with, always wanted Lois Lane, always wanted a family of his own. And a lot of guys now here do want that, that's true. But, it just got, and like that parallel Superman was like, what should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? I'm starting to read the comic books of Superman. Dude, it's good. Like, I was genuinely intrigued about it. And I know a lot of you people don't like DC Universe, that's fine. But me as a person, I'm getting into the storyline. I'm going back, I'll go switching back and forth to Marvel and DC, okay? I'm not going to say which one is better than the other one. I might have said so in the previous videos that I've made, but the reality is I haven't read the DC comics. That was wrong of me to judge before I even got to know the comic books. So, right now, I'm going to put that to the side right now, though. I just want to finish off with the rest of this. Basically, it talks about Wally. Wally is one of the speedsters, and he's in the Speed Force. He's going to be one with the Speed Force. He's trying to go through time and space, trying to find somebody that remembers him so he can stay for whatever. I don't know how that works. Science, I guess. Anyways, he goes through different times, and he meets with this internet reporter called Linda, and apparently him and Linda has been together for a long time. So when he found her as a younger self, he was hoping that they can remember him. She could remember him so he could stay there. But she was like, I don't know who you are, and he was like, oh. He was being sucked back into the Speed Force, and every time he got sucked back, he was in a lot of pain. Until he met not the very first speedster. Golly, that was back in the 50s. No, if I remember correctly, or 60s, 70s, I don't know, some of those years. Not the very first speedster, but Barry, I think his name was Barry Allen, I think. So after they meet, so he went back to Barry Allen. I'm going to show you images of that. He's saying that, I need you to do this for me. I need you to go to Batman. I need you to ask him about the letter I left off for him. And, it was really sentimental because he was being disintegrated. He his body was gonna use, it was sort of like, he was like, okay, you know when people die, we become fertilizer to the earth, right? It was the same thing when when this speedster was about to die. He said he will be part of the speed force, giving fuel for the next speedsters to come and use the speed force. And I was like, wow, that's some serious stuff. He was just there saying goodbye to Barry, how much he appreciated it. It was because of him that he set a new line of generations for all the upcoming speedsters to have to have a role model to follow, to have somebody to take those footsteps that he took. And in the end of it all, he said something so touching to me. I was on the point of crying. I was like, yes, yes, this book almost got me to the point of tears. They were watering. I was like that, and what he said, and as a speedster, it could relate, because he said, "You're right, Barry. Every second is a gift." And I was like, oh, dude, that was so sentimental, because to them a second can last so long, because they are moving, they are booking it, and it was just so beautiful. And in that moment, he was like disintegrating, and he was about to go away, and then Barry was like, Wally, and then he remembers it. He grabs Wally, and then he pulls him in. I have pictures to show you. And he pulls him back, and and Barry remembers. He was like, Wally, I'm so sorry. And then they were both crying, and then they embraced each other like friends. I was like, yes. The absolute emotion to that. It was beautiful. Oh my gosh. A majority of the book confused me, because I didn't know jack about the other heroes. But at that moment, man, that's when I had to agree with what it says on Yahoo Movies. Delivers a jaw-dropping twist that will have implication for years. Oh, no, wait, not USA Today, my apologies. Yes, Jeff Jones is interjecting heart and humanity back into the lives and adventures of DC Comics' iconic superhero. Yes, I could not agree more. That was a beautiful moment. That was an epic moment, because he was so close to dying, and he just brought him back by remembering him. Now, the rest of the book is nothing really much of important. It just shows Batman's finding out that the Watchmen are watching him. How do I know that? Because he found a little button that smiles with a little blood stain on it. I've never even watched The Watchmen, and I know that's a reference to that. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments section below. And oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. I'm glad that I got the Superman comic books, because so far that's the only one that seems to be interesting to me. And I will do a review on the first and second Superman DC Universe Rebirth. But until then, do I recommend the book? Eh. I'm sorry. Well, yes, if you've been reading the comic books up until now. If you haven't read the comic books up until now, until like the DC Universe Rebirth, you're gonna be confused. But if you really want to get into it, it's a good read. It really is. You just gotta be dedicated to read other comics. Once you're done with this book, this is like the launching pad to the next comics you're gonna read. So do I recommend it? Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to be dedicated to continue on the comic book series, then yeah, you're gonna need to know this. That's for sure. Alright then. This felt good. This felt good. I like doing these things. If you guys like it, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know what you like me to review. Also, if you have other comics that you guys want to share with me, let me know. I really want to go out and find these comic books. Or if not comics, something else, Alright, this is Jeff. Have a good night.